I challenged myself to use positive speech for a week, only say nice things about people or things, just speak positively.
How did you do?
Day one, I was out.
Really? Hi, I'm Sans.
And I'm Shira,
This is Gift of the Gab.
where we take contemporary issues and look at them through a giving lens. So, Sans, as you know, this week is the Clean Speech Project.
An amazing project by Gift and Seed.
Yep, two great organisations.
I'm very biased with one, but believe in the other very strongly too.
So the Clean Speech Project is all about promoting positive speech in the community.
Right, so important nowadays.
Super important. Like having a week where you're super careful about everything you're saying, everything you're thinking about every single word that comes out of your mouth.
It's crucial.
It's so crucial. Obviously, we know clean speech connotates not swearing and all
Right.
that stuff.
When you first say it, and when we discussed it last year, that was the thought.
Yeah.
And, that's a given. I think we should be trying to be at a level that we don't use profanities.
Well, Rabbi, you've got a long way to go.
Oh, thank you there. What? I think it's more, like you said, I think it's very important that... every word. I remember many years ago, I was at a weekend away with a group of people, and we had a rabbi there, and we're sitting in Bournemouth, and the rabbi said, very powerful, he just said, we were talking about speech, and he said, every word you can say will either be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. And it was just, it stuck with me, it really resonated, and I appreciated it a lot, and it's true. We can put in the workplace, at home, school, everywhere. You're either saying good things and building people up, or you're tearing them down.
I remember last year when we had the Clean Speech Project, I challenged myself to use positive speech for a week, only say nice things about people or things, just speak positively.
How did you do?
Day one, I was out.
Really?
Yeah. I'm going to try again this year.
Okay.
So
what does that mean exactly? Just saying good things?
If someone says, how's the weather today or how's it going, rather than, it's rubbish, just
the sun is always shining.
Or, I'm not going to lie about the weather being rubbish, but
the sun is always shining.
The sun is always shining behind the clouds. Yeah, it's true. It's very true.
The sun is always shining. You just might not be able to see it.
Love that. True. But yeah, just reframing everything so that the words that are coming out of my mouth are positive words.
Okay, I love that.
Manifesting through positive speech, I guess. No, just keeping, the truth is, the more that you speak positively, the more your attitude is positive as well, and
definitely.
And the power of a single word that you could have is
Didn't
huge.
You told me a while back, you were telling me about a story, what happened, Bagels Bar?
Yeah, a couple of years ago, I used to work in high school many, many years ago, and a couple of years ago, I was in Bagels Bar, and a young lady with her mum pulled me over and said, "Oh, mum, this is the teacher that I was telling you about from my school years ago." And so I went over and said hello to them. And then the girl told her mum, "Do you remember the story, mum, about the teacher that said something nice about my writing?" Basically, many, many years ago, I did a weekend away in the school, and I asked this girl afterwards, she was on the trip, and I said, "Would you mind writing up a short article about the weekend away?" So she did that, and I got it back, and it was written very, very well. And I said, "You are a really good writer. I don't know why I picked you to do it, but really talented. You should become an author or a journalist or something like that." And so she told her mum that story, and she goes, "Do you remember that story? This is the one that said it to me, and this is the reason why I'm a journalist today."
Wow.
So hopefully she's writing nice things about people. This is not easy. But it's amazing to think that one. I don't even remember that girl. I don't remember that comment even, but amazing to think.
Superb. I love that.
Yeah.
I was also, many, many moons ago, there was a movie called 1,000 Words.
Oh, you asked me to watch it, and I never did it. I saw the trailer. It's really good. Very funny.
Right. So incredible. Eddie Murphy, classic Hollywood. He's a real big conman, and he buys some bush for some reason, and it grows in his garden, and all of a sudden he starts realizing he's getting sicker and sicker, and then he realizes eventually that the leaves are falling off, and he's only got 1,000 words. And as he speaks, the leaf falls off, and and 6 leaves fall off, and then he realizes it. And he has messed up all his relations, boss, his wife, everything, and how he works on actually changing his ways and speaking nicely and using those little words that he's got to good effect and positively.
I mean, it's a crazy thing to think. What would you use your speech on if you have 1,000 words left to say?
It's such a clever concept and not simple.
Not simple at all.
Yeah, it's not simple, but it was brilliant. And it really, it highlights how important speaking nicely to people is. I also just remembering when I was in Poland, one of the tour operators told us we were standing on the platform at the entrance to the concentration camp.
Yeah.
And he said that there was a rabbi there that was walking, quite a tall rabbi, quite elderly, and he was walking, in the queue, and he could see this man sending people left and right. And as he got closer, this rabbi realized this was the postman from his little village, his shtetl. And as he came closer, he looked at him in the eye and he said, "Good morning, Herr Müller." And the Nazi looked up at him and went, "Good morning, Rabbiner." And he sent him to life. And he said, by rights, he should never have been sent to life. He was old and all the old men were going the other way. But it's because when he was years ago in that village, every day he saw Herr Müller and used to say, "Good morning, how are you?" And this was the big rabbi of the town. He didn't really need to, do that. But he took the time, all the time, to be nice to him, speak nicely, and it, saved his life.
Wow.
So
very special story.
Yeah.
Very special.
And I think that's the Clean Speech Project in a whole. There's a challenge, and there's 30 videos, and it's going to challenge us to speak, like you said, positively, kindly, and using our words correctly. And we'd love everyone to get involved and really challenge yourself to speak better and speak nicely.
And there's this 30-day challenge, which I'm going to be signing up for, which every day you're working on a different aspect of speech and how you can improve what you're going to be, your relationships with people through speech. It's huge.
Love it. So let's be nice to each other, Shira. It's been so nice speaking nicely to you.
As always. For once.
Yeah, thank you. And until the next time, keep saying good things.
Gift's mission is to inspire and enable lifelong giving. Subscribe to Gift of the Gab podcast wherever you get your podcast from. And feel free to drop us a note at podcast@jgift.org if you have any comments or any suggestions of what we should be talking about in future. And of course, check us out on social media @Gift Charity for ways to get involved.